Imagine this. You're at a crowded diner, lost in thought, sipping coffee, and someone you've never met just changed your entire life. That's exactly what happened last Friday night at a small roadside diner in Ohio. And it all started with a 17-year-old high school girl, Emma Carter. Emma wasn't anyone famous. No social media star. No hidden millionaire. Just a regular teenager who worked part-time at the diner after school to help her single mom with bills. Quiet, kind, and never the type to seek attention. That night, the diner was buzzing. Locals filled every booth, laughter and clinking silverware mixing with the soft hum of 90s rock music. Emma was on her break, sitting in the corner with her earbuds in and a worn-out paperback novel in her hands. She was about to go back to her shift when the front bell rang. An older man walked in, probably in his late 60s. He wore a faded coat and carried a canvas bag that had clearly seen better days. His shoes were worn, his hair messy, and his eyes tired. Not in the I need sleep way, but in the life hasn't been kind to me way. He quietly took a seat at the counter and ordered the cheapest thing on the menu, a bowl of soup and black coffee. Emma noticed him, not in a nosy way, just noticed how he kept his gaze low, how he counted the few coins in his hand, how he smiled politely at the waitress but said very little. What happened next? No one saw coming. When it came time for the man to pay, he reached into his pocket and froze. His face went pale. He checked his other pocket, his coat, his bag. Panic set in. He had lost the few dollars he had, or maybe he had miscounted. The waitress, politely but firmly, asked him to cover the $5.47 tab. The man looked crushed. He apologized profusely, said he'd be right back, that he'd left his wallet at home, even though he probably didn't have a home. That's when Emma stood up. She walked over to the register and, without a word, handed over her debit card. The waitress blinked in surprise. Emma simply said, "It's on me," and went back to wiping down the counter as if nothing happened. The man tried to refuse. Emma smiled and said, "Everyone deserves a warm meal. It's just soup." That moment, small, quiet, unnoticed by most, was about to spark a series of events no one could have imagined. The man, overwhelmed, thanked her. "You remind me of someone," he said softly. Emma just smiled again and continued her work. The man left. The next day, a sleek black SUV pulled up in front of the diner. A sharply dressed man stepped out, holding a briefcase. He asked for Emma. Confused, Emma stepped outside, still in her apron. The man introduced himself as Daniel Whitmore, CEO of Whitmore Real Estate Holdings, a billionaire philanthropist, and the son of the man Emma had fed the night before. Turns out, the older man was James Whitmore, Daniel's estranged father, who had left the business world behind after personal tragedy and had been living humbly ever since, refusing help, refusing attention. Daniel had been searching for his father for months. They had reconnected that very night because of Emma. But what shocked Emma most was what Daniel said next. "My father told me everything. How you didn't hesitate, how you didn't pity him, just helped. Quietly, kindly. You changed his life, and mine." Daniel opened the briefcase and handed Emma an envelope. Inside was a $50,000 scholarship check. "To make sure kindness doesn't go unrewarded," he said. But that wasn't all. Daniel asked if Emma would be willing to intern at his company's Youth Foundation, an organization that supports underprivileged teens with education, housing, and jobs. Emma stood there, stunned. The girl who barely scraped by now offered opportunities beyond her dreams. The local news caught wind of the story. Within days, Emma's act of kindness went viral. People from around the world sent letters, donations, and offers to support her and her mother. And yet, Emma remained humble. It wasn't about the money, she told a reporter. It was about making sure someone didn't go hungry. That's it. I never thought anyone would notice. But notice, they did. Now, Emma uses her story to speak at schools and youth centers, reminding people that the smallest actions, the quietest moments, can change lives forever. So next time you see someone struggling, don't just walk by, because that one moment of kindness, it might just change your life too. And hey, if you love this story, we've got plenty more just like it. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment sharing your thoughts, and of course, subscribe to our channel for more powerful, real-life stories that echo through time.